Tag 63, ear notch 53-8, solid white crossbred gilt out of pen 21. Grand Gesture, Cricket's Ghost, again, pedigree where we've lined up the mother of the champion York at San Antonio on both sides of the pedigree. There's a really good litter, and this one's the furthest down the sale line, but like I mentioned at the beginning there, we're going to sell these in the order of pens and not necessarily quality, and if we did it based off quality, I think that one would be quite a bit further up the line. This is the clubbiest, boxiest, densest one out of that particular litter at this stage, and perhaps the one that's just the most out there in some areas. Really broad, bold, heavy duty, and yet short-bodied, and it's still long-fronted and pretty neat to look at ahead of her shoulder blade. Just kind of combines some wild parts and pieces into a solid white up-eared package that are pretty hard to do. Neat pig there. Again, that one comes out of pen 21, tag 63, and ear notch 53-8. Tag 64 comes out of pen 21, ear notch is 41-10. Sock-footed, crossbred gilt. Started by doing this, and the dam is from the stud and is a Skull and Bones on No Hesitations littermate sister. Several of the 41s there in the sale. This is one of the neater looking, sharper pattern ones that probably gives you as modern of a look there from the side as any of them. She's got a good shape to her forehead, comes at you really good, chock full of horsepower, and has a great deal of natural shape to both her rib cage, her blade, and her muscle. Opens up really good front to back and still has some pipe underneath her to go along with it. Like I mentioned, lots of horsepower and a little smaller kind of gilt that's not as pounds heavy as maybe some of the mates, and that might suggest that she's going to be a little bit of a slower grower that maybe needs to stretch into February or even into early March maybe compared to some of the others that might need to end in January. But a neat pig to wind up that particular 41 litter there. Again, tag 64, her ear notch is 41-10, and she comes from pen 21.